Namaskar. I am R.M. Pant. I am Director of National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, Northeast Regional Center, Guwahati. I am really thankful to Vigyan Bharati, Northeast Region, Uttarpur Pant, for giving me this opportunity. Vigyan Bharati is carrying out this movement, Northeast Science Movement, and I feel really very privileged to associate myself with this wonderful organization. We all are facing a very unprecedented situation of COVID-19 today and working together to find solutions. When the whole globe is struggling with this situation, now it's time to work on future strategies. And today I'll discuss what we at NIRD are thinking, how we can contribute in this situation to come out with this situation and with flying colors, what role NIRDPR will have in the reconstruction of rural economies in the post-COVID situation. Let me first begin with the introduction of my institute. NIRDPR is an autonomous institution under the Ministry of Rural Development. Its headquarters is in Hyderabad, and it is in service of nation for the last almost 7 decades to cater to the needs of Northeast region. One Northeast Regional Center was established here in Guwahati in the year 1983. We are recognized as UN Escape Centers of Excellence, and we are involved in capacity building of RD functionaries, elected representatives, bankers, NGOs, and many other stakeholders who are involved in this rural development activities. Our main activities are training, capacity building, research, action research, consultancy, village adoption programs. Also, we are into this rural technology development. We have a rural technology park in Hyderabad, and in Guwahati also we have set up a small rural technology center, and we have plans to further develop it into a full-fledged rural technology park. We have National Rural Livelihood Mission working with us. We have Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana cell here. So these are some of our activities. Now I come to our main point, this COVID-19. The whole world is struggling now with this COVID-19 situation, and we know that no medicine or no vaccine has yet come to handle this problem, and we are expected to live with it for some more time. In India, the problem is expected to be even more because we are the second most populated country in the world. And also, we are very fast developing economy. We were developing at a very fast pace, but due to this COVID-19, our economic growth has also suffered. So now we need to find out some strategies so that we can come out faster from this situation. I'm sure the way our government is handling this situation will come out with flying colors. Our government is committed, and we are a part of that process. We are also involved in various activities to negotiate this COVID-19 situation. India basically is a rural dominated economy. Almost 68.7% people live in villages here, and unless and until solutions come from villages or solutions for villages are provided, it will be very difficult for us to handle this situation. But I'm confident that we have done it in the past also, and now also will come out with flying colors. I remember immediately after this partition in 1947, in fact the process of migration had started from 1946 itself, when people learned that we are going to have two countries now. So a lot of people from present Pakistan came to India, and they were termed as refugees. So a lot of the so-called refugees who were forced to leave their well-established business in Lahore, Karachi, Rawalpindi, and those places which are now under Pakistan, they came to India. Large number of people came to India, and the main problem was of their rehabilitation. And we experimented with few things like Nilokeri experiment, Itawa experiment, and this Nilokeri I would like to mention here. Skill development process started in this Nilokeri center. Vocational trainings were provided, soap making, laundry, bakery making. First their interests were identified, what they exactly want to do, what they are really good at, and what are their interests, and on the basis of that vocational training was provided to them, and then entrepreneurial schemes were launched. People were prepared for taking up employment in other organizations. People also prepared to start their own enterprises, and as a result Punjab and Haryana emerged as one of the important manufacturing hub. So we have done it in the past, and now also I think we can do it. Our Prime Minister says that when the whole world is scared of this COVID-19, we must try to find opportunities out of this adversity. Now the question is what we can do and what we would do. So NIRD basically is involved in some rural reconstruction activities. We are specialists in that area. So first of all, we are trying to create a positive environment for the people who are coming from outside. They must not be called migrant workers or refugees. They are our own brothers and sisters. They deserve respect. They are coming back. They went out. They earned money, and they sent money to our villages. They contributed in village development. So they are not outsiders. They are to be respected. So first we are trying to create right kind of climate to welcome our brothers and sisters who are coming from other parts of the country. Secondly, a complete database is to be prepared, and we are involved in that. We are trying to prepare a complete database of the people, how many people we have in villages who are interested in taking up jobs, who are looking for employment. The next step would be to skill mapping. What kind of skills do they have? Are they skilled people? The one, as I would again refer to our Prime Minister Modi ji, we have to find opportunities out of this adversity. There would be many people who worked in Gujarat, Mumbai, Delhi, in some factories. They are skilled people. So we have to now go for skill mapping, identify who is having what kind of skill and who can be engaged in what kind of activities. And then there would be many unskilled people who need to be skilled. There would be some differently skilled people who need to be re-skilled. Government of India has got wonderful schemes like we have Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kausalya Yojana. So now we are activating this DDU-GKY, and they are offering various types of trainings, and government has also given huge allocations to different schemes. And now people, our brothers and sisters who have come from outside, they can take up trainings of their own choice where they can excel. So they can go through different training programs offered by DDU-GKY, and they are DDU-GKY also trying to expand their skill network. And then National Rural Livelihood Mission. People coming back to villages, we already have a large network of self-help groups. They can join these self-help groups, they can contribute in productive activities. Once these people are skilled, you would be aware that government is offering very easy loans under Mudra schemes. There are three types of loans government is giving now: uh, Sishu, Kishore, and Tarun. Under Sishu Mudra loan schemes, up to 50,000 one can get very easily without any uh, uh, without any problem. Very convenient, very friendly schemes are there. Under Kishore, up to 50,000 to 5 lakh rupees one can get loan from these schemes, and under Tarun 5 lakhs and above. So once people are skilled, we provide linkages to these people for availing loans and all. MG Narega, Manarega, as it is popularly known in village areas, is a very ambitious scheme of Ministry of our Government of India. Huge allocations were made earlier. 60,000 crores were allocated for this Manrega scheme. Now after this COVID, realizing that we need to create more jobs, 40,000 crores have been added. So the total allocation now has gone up to 1 lakh crore. So this will help create a lot of employment opportunities in the rural sector, and scope of Manrega is also expanded. Earlier, this money was being used for limited number of activities. Now number of activities have also gone up. So this is expected to create huge job creation, and we all know that once jobs are created, their purchasing power is increased. People earn income. Their income is spent on some purchases. Their spendings become earnings for some other person. So this is how economy activates. So I'm sure this Manrega is going to be a very important activity, and we are training people on these issues. We are also in the process of developing farm producer organizations. They have a very important role now in reconstruction of economy, especially in post-COVID situation. Agriculture is a very important area, but value addition is very low. So farm producing organizations are being encouraged, and value addition is now to be promoted. Processing of food, our contribution in global market is very less. There's a lot of scope, though we are the producers of many, we are the top producers of many agricultural products, but our processed product, our contribution in processed product is very small. So we are trying to promote that also. We have recently set up one food processing unit in Boko, where we are trying to train, we are trying to provide training to large number of SHG members, ladies, and we are also helping them in marketing their products. So there is a lot of scope, especially Northeast is very rich in these activities, agriculture, horticulture. We have very good quality ginger, we have excellent this turmeric product and Lakadong turmeric and all that with very high curcumin component. So obviously there will be a lot of market for this. In post-COVID situation, our Prime Minister envisages Bharat, an armed Atmanirbhar Bharat, and he has suggested 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and one of the first pillars is economy. We have to strengthen our economy, of course, because of the lockdown, and our economy has suffered. In fact, the whole world has suffered. So we have to rebuild our economy, and the best would be to make India a self-sufficient Bharat, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Second is infrastructure, and we have to create proper infrastructure. As I mentioned earlier, that almost 68.7% people live in villages. So villages were earlier suffering from infrastructure problems, but this government has given very high priority to infrastructure development, and schemes like Rural Mission uh, is laying focus on utilizing local resources locally. So we're trying to create industries in rural settings itself, rural. So rural urban, I mean cluster of few villages, and we set up manufacturing units there so that local resources are utilized and value is added locally, and then market linkages would be provided, and we are creating, we are developing capacities in those areas also. Systems, we need to have right kind of systems in the place to make Bharat an Atmanirbhar Bharat, and systems like National Rural Livelihood Mission, State Rural Livelihood Missions, they provide a platform for local people to come up to strengthen their economies. Vibrant democracy is the fourth pillar of making Bharat an Atmanirbhar Bharat. We have very strong youth power. In fact, India is a country of youth. So capacity building at this level is very, very important. And right now, we cannot conduct physical trainings, but still we haven't stopped. We are conducting online training programs to develop capacities of different stakeholders, and youth is one of our major target groups, because we have to take the advantage of this youth dividend. And demand, in fact, we are sitting at a very hot spot. All Northeast people, we are sitting at a very hot spot. Northeast is going to lead the whole country in this economic transformation. We know that Government of India has launched this. In fact, earlier we had this Act East policy. We now have, earlier we had this Look East policy, which has now been converted into Act East policy, and it is time to act. But what are we supposed to export to Southeast Asian countries when we are trying to act East? We need to have some kind of product which are having demand in other countries. So in this direction also, we are trying to make people aware about the demands existing there and how we can cater to demands. It's not NIRDPR alone, many other agencies are also involved. It's basically together we can create climate to make best use of this Act East policy. What kind of products are in demand, how we can produce these products, Rural Mission or MSME, by giving a big boost to MSMEs in the region, by using local and appropriate technologies at village level itself. So we have to come out with good products that we can send outside. If we are looking up to this Act East policy for transforming the economy of the nation, products will not come from Mumbai or Delhi and other places. Products will have to be produced here in Northeast. So this is a big opportunity. Government of India has also given a huge package this time, 20 lakh crore package, and this basically is to reactivate the economic slowdown that we are expecting after this COVID-19. So here also we are conducting a lot of programs to create awareness, to make people aware of these various schemes. Government has also given 20 lakh new Kisan credit cards. We know that Northeast is having this advantage. We are by default organic, and organic products are in high demand these days. But we require some kind of investment to produce these products, and government is giving very easy Kisan credit card loans, and this is the time to make use of this. Many other schemes are there, like Prime Minister Matsya Sampada Yojana, Prime Minister Garib Kalyan Yojana. So many schemes are there, but people are not aware of those schemes. So our role is basically to make people aware of these schemes, and activate. We also provide hand holding. We are having a well-developed sea guard which makes use of latest technology, how to use remote sensing, geographical information system, how to do area mapping, and how to decide, how to plan what is required where and what is the best suitable opportunity for a particular region. So in planning, monitoring and evaluation, we are using this kind of technology, and believe me, technology has made things much easier. Earlier, our former Prime Minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, had once made a remark that we allocate 100 rupees, and by the time it reaches target group, it is reduced to just 15 paisa, 15 rupees. So this use of technology has brought about a lot of changes. We are providing training, how to use this remote sensing techniques, how GIS tools. We are also providing training in the area of ICT, information technology. We have now our network at village level also, and we can directly communicate people at the grassroots level. So this has brought about a lot of changes, and good monitoring of various schemes now is made possible because of these technologies. I mentioned earlier about the appropriate technology. Now NIRD also has this CAPART, and we are trying to spread appropriate technology. We know that at village level, very heavy technology is not required. Appropriate technology, and many times our indigenous knowledge can also guide us in producing right kind of products. So appropriate technologies can help us, improve our performance, improve our productivity. So agriculture, horticulture, these are some of the areas which have very high potentials, and we are trying to strengthen these with our activities. We are going to rural areas, going for hand holding also. We have a large network, and we go for hand holding. We try to demonstrate people what to do, how to do. And our rural technology park is also promoting rural technologies which are cheap, easily available, and can make use of local resources. So these are some of the things that we are trying to propagate and promote during this COVID period. And I'm sure these small things that we are trying to initiate will snowball and will result in a kind of, will take the shape of a moment, and I'm sure India, as our Prime Minister envisages, will emerge as a Vishwaguru after this COVID-19 situation. And safety is again another concern, especially our country is a huge country, huge population, 1.3 billion population. So many times we are ignorant also. We are also tempted to violate some of the precautions that are being propagated. So we are also trying to spread awareness on these issues, because right now safety is a very high priority. I would once again reiterate those 5 sutras of securities, like cover your mouth and nose with mask. Mask is a must these days. Secondly, our Prime Minister has been saying again and again, do gaz ki duri, that is social distancing. Third, washing hands at regular intervals, at least 5-6 times in a day, and minimum for a period of 20 seconds. third point. And the fourth point is drinking warm water, a sip maybe every half an hour, every after half an hour. Warm water helps you negotiate with COVID situation better. And if some symptoms are there, we better take the help of medical professionals. Inform, visit hospital, inform medical staff. So these 5 sutras we are propagating across the country. We are making videos, we are sending messages through WhatsApp and through other means. So safety is a high concern. Once we are safe, our country will be safe. We will be strong, country will be strong. So I wish you all a very safe and healthy life. I would end my talk with a quote with Swami Vivekananda's quote. He mentioned that what India needs is the muscles of iron, nerves of steel, and minds like thunderbolt. So we have to remember this. We must be strong mentally, physically, and also our mind should be very strong, not to surrender so easily when we face such adversities. We are trying to prepare such set of people in the country. We shall not only overcome this situation, but I'm sure we'll come out with flying colors. Namaskar, and once again, Jai Hind.